Alrighty, what's up, motherfuckers? Peter Gilmore here for video number 2 on your Thursday night, and you know what that means. But thank you all for watching video number 2 right here on the Peter Gilmore Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button in my pants down in the description box below. And as always, friend me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you're there. And you're real if you're not. Get out of here. Hit the bell, get and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a beat. And share the video all over the internet. That's all I gotta say about that. If you're new here, welcome to the party, pal. Hope you enjoy the ride. You like the content and you want more of it, then subscribe, hit that bell so you can know when I do another video, and like the video, and don't forget to subscribe as well to this channel and my other channels as well. And that's simple, and that's it. Alright, on this Thursday night, the 1st of December the 1st, 2022, counting down those days to Christmas. We are 24 days away from Christmas, and another day coming up too, in about 23. So a couple weeks away till my birthday, which is, always the greatest day in the world. So we got that, and we're a full month away from the end of the year, New Year's Eve. We're 30 days, 2 hours, and 40 minutes away, and probably some change, away from the end of the year. So that ball, that stupid freaking crystal ball, is gonna probably there now, or might be there soon, to commemorate the end of the year. The ball's gonna drop. Same old shit we've been going through every year. So they had the Rockefeller Center tree lining. I didn't see it, obviously, because it's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Watch Dynamite. I was gonna tape it for the missus, but the missus like she was watching Dynamite with me, so I was like, we're not gonna watch this shit. But I digress. But I heard it was wet as fuck, so I don't know if it even went off with a hitch, but the tree is lit. Go see it if you're in the New York City area. Good shit. Always a great thing to see with all of the tourists and all that shit. And you don't have to worry about the pandemic anymore. You don't have to pay $5 just to go see it like we did in 2021, which was a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. Alright, so winter is coming. No pun intended with AEW's winter is coming, which is a week from this Wednesday in Garland, Texas. But yeah, winter is coming in about 19, 20 days or so. And then right after that, it's my birthday, and then Christmas, and then we start gearing up for the end of the year. And for some of us, we really want this year to end. But hopefully it ends on a good note for some of you, hopefully for me and for you. And, we start off 2023 on a clean slate, and we'll see how 2023 starts. And that's pretty much it. But I'll say it now, but I'll be saying it over the next couple of weeks. Hope all of you, or some of you, have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, good health, be safe, and going into 2023. That's all I gotta say about it. So, happy holidays, everybody, and let's count down those days till the greatest day in the world, Christmas and New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, yeah, that's it. And we move on from there. Alright. In the description box is my first video of the day, my Christine McVie tribute video on the Metal Guard channel. She passed away really yesterday, but I heard about this like early this morning from one of my fellow subscribers told me, and I love Fleetwood Mac to death. Stevie Nicks, my guardian angel. But Christine McVie passed away today at the age of 79 due to a sudden illness we didn't even know about. So, did my video, so the link will be down below in the description box there. So go watch it. And it's not for clout. It's not to disrespect the dead or anybody else. If you people think that, then you are warped out of your mind. I need a brain. But I digress on that. But it is Wiz. Alright, so the weekend's is here, thankfully for me. I want to get this week done with. I've had so much crap over the last couple days. I really just need the weekend off. So after tomorrow's work day, I get paid. Get paid tomorrow. Get some money out. Gotta pay bills this weekend. Oy. Bills up the wazoo this weekend. Going into January too. And but it is what it is. My video yesterday about not going live for the rest of the week, I'm still going to be doing that. But I do have the new router. I had to replace the router because it was damaged. People thought I broke it. I did not break it. It's just not working properly. So I decided to replace it, and it's over here. I'm not going to show it at the moment. Maybe in another video. Maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow I will show it off a little bit, but that's that. But it's brand new. It looks like a goddamn modem, but I can't, they want me to install the thing by my goddamn self, and I'm not tech savvy, so I had to call a technician. They're coming on the weekend, so they gotta shell out money for the technician, which is a pain in the ass. If I was tech savvy, I'd do it by myself, but, they give you instructions, and you don't even know what the fuck you're doing half the time, and it's just a pain in the ass. I mean, I didn't want to shell out 60 goddamn bucks to a technician, but I have to. But it goes on my next bill, which is good, which is kind of good and kind of bad, but, So, instead of paying what I'm paying now, I'm paying a little bit more next month, but then after that, I go back to my regular payments, so. But my cable went up $5, and... Nature Brand Water. Nature Brand Water, a proud sponsor of life. Alright, let's not talk about all that garbage. But, alright, as the title of the video is down below, it is time for your AEW Dynamite thoughts. You understand? Thoughts. So, I'm going to talk about Dynamite for a little bit, not too long. But Dynamite last night, pretty damn good show as we're giving up for Ring of Honor's final pay-per-view of the year, Final Battle, December the 10th at 4 p.m., not 3 p.m., it's 4 p.m. now. I guess the pre-show is now going to 3 o'clock, I'm not sure on that, but I did see last night that the main show is at 4 o'clock, so the pay-per-view should end around 6:30, maybe close to 7, so that is going to go right into the kickoff show for NXT Deadline, and then 8 o'clock NXT Deadline. So we got a big night of next Saturday night. It's going to be a huge day of wrestling action. Final Battle, and then you got Deadline. I think Deadline is going to be a little bit better than Final Battle. I'm just saying. I'm a big Ring of Honor fan for a long time, but I think Deadline might actually beat out Final Battle this year. And usually Final Battles are pretty damn good every year. I mean, last year's was great with the crowning of the unified champion at the time, which was Jonathan Gresham, and then he got royally fucked. Well, by himself. Tony Khan didn't do that, but he fucked himself over. That's why they gave the belt to Claudio. That's pretty much it for that. But yeah, Final Battles have been pretty damn good every year. So this one should not disappoint, hopefully. We already got 2 matches already announced. The Ring of Honor title, Claudio against Jericho. If Claudio loses, he joins the Jericho Appreciation Society. See about that. The Pure Championship is on the line with Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta in a rematch. So we'll see what happens with that. And I think there's going to be a TV title match with Samoa Joe defending, maybe against Wardlow. Let's see about that. Tag belts probably might be defended with FTR. 6-man tag team titles maybe with Dalton Castle and the Boys. And then really Mercedes Martinez and Athena. That match I think has been announced for Final Battle as well. So there's your 3 matches so far. But probably got more coming tomorrow night on Rampage and next week on Dynamite and Rampage. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so let's get into a little bit of Dynamite from last night. From the Indiana Farmers Coliseum in Indianapolis, Indiana. So we had Excalibur, the man behind the mask. Taz, Tony Schiavone, Tony Maloney. And it is what it is. I got a massive headache right now. I took an Excedrin number 99. You wish it was 69 now, but I'm trying to get through this. I put stuff on my head. It's not working. Obviously, I'm trying to drink water now because, you know, I woke up late today. I woke up like after 1, and I had to do all that. Well, actually, I woke up early because I had to work, and then I fell back asleep after work. So I didn't wake up at 1. I woke up at like 8:45 this morning, and I started work at 9:30. So and then I did that, and then I had to do a couple errands, and then did my video about Christine McVie, and now we're here. All right, let's not talk about more of that. All right, so we started off the show with Jon Moxley, the former former AEW champion, comes out. The vile thing, he wants the righty. Tony Khan always wants the righty. He wants the vile thing. He wants Big Vaughn? Give me Vaughn? No. Anyway, so he comes out, talks about, you know, it's been a wild ride so far. He said there's 3 constants in life: death, taxes, and Jon Moxley. Really, that's death, taxes, and being Peter Gilmore, but that's just silly. He says no one can outwork me, outfight me, out-wrestle me, or anything else. Sometimes I think about that motto too, but not all the time. He says nobody in the back is going to tell me anything different. Then we hear the music of the Hangman, Adam Page. He's coming out, and he does some cowboy shit. And gets right in Moxley's face, because last time we saw Page, he got knocked the fuck out by Superior King Kong Lariato, and got a concussion out of that. I thought it was like a legit neck injury, so I had to go through concussion protocol. So it was about like, 2-3 weeks ago, I think. So he's back. Moxley's like, oh, what do you want? What are you doing here? You know? You want to do this again after I basically knocked you senseless? If you can remember that. So Paige just like takes his right in the mouth, and we got a full-on brawl, goes to the outside, referees and security guards all come out, they try to stop this, they can't, then they go up the ramp, and then Moxley tries to go around the ramp, and he botches a little bit, going up the ramp. He kind of like stepped on the ramp, and then fell into the, you know, that pyro pit. Surprised the pyro didn't go up. But yeah, that happened, and they kept going on and on and on. Then finally, cooler heads prevailed, and now that's basically it. So it looks like we're gonna get a continuation of the Moxley-Adam Page feud. Yes, please. And we'll see what happens with that next week on the program. Or maybe well, I doubt tomorrow night we'll get anything, but probably next week on the program from wherever they're going to be. And that's that. So I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go right to match number 1. Bryan Danielson. Yes! Against Dax Harwood at FTR. Fuck the Revival. No, forever the Revival. Not even 5 seconds into the match, the fans are going nuts. Like, oh, this is awesome! I'm like, they didn't do anything yet! Marks. You fucking Mark! But anyway, this match was awesome. No offense there, Mike. No offense, I'm awesome, you know. You are awesome, but this match was awesome too. But not as awesome as your matches. I know, my matches are Hall of Fame worthy. Hi, how you doing? Okay, get out of here, Mike. Anyway. But yeah, this match was great. Phenomenal. Not AJ Styles phenomenal, but phenomenal. Back and forth they went. Suplexes. They did a big back suplex off the top rope. Crazy spots. So he hits that. Harwood turns it into a crossbody. You know, he kind of went for it, and then like in midair, like Dax like turned it right into a crossbody for a near fall. Both men are down. The crowd's going completely berserk. Excuse me. Probably got to throw up a little bit. That sucks. Anyway. Then they slug it out. Harwood pulls Bryan into a half crab. But that gets broken up. Then they go back and forth with pinfall attempts, and then in the end, Danielson locks in the bell lock and kind of like blinds freaking Dax a little bit, so he can't get to the rope, and he just tapped out. So there you go. So Bryan Danielson gets the win. Almost 15-minute match, but pretty damn good match. I gave 4 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, mutual respect, code of honor. What can you say? Great match. Not the match of the year, but pretty damn good. It is what it is. Alright. Right, then we go to the back with Renee Paquette and her guest, Absolute Ricky Starks. He's all ready to win the Dynamite Battle Royal, the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal, which is next week. MJF is not in it. He's not defending the ring. So, we're going to get it. Finally, after 3 goddamn years, we're going to get an actual champion. Gets the ring, and I think he gets a title shot. But anyway, speaking of title shots, Ricky Starks is ready for his title shot against MJF at Winter is Coming. I think number 3 and number 4. I think it's number 3. December the 14th in Garland, Texas. So there you go. Alright, after that, we go to the parking lot, the ever popular parking lot, where we see Adam Page and Moxley continue to fight. And once again, referees and a couple of security guards have to break this shit up. So, this feud is going to be intense, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be crazy. And that's pretty much it. Alright, after that, we get a sit-down interview with the Jericho Appreciation Society, minus Jericho. And, well, we're the two-thirds of the Blackpool Cuck Club, Claudio and Wheeler Utah, who still uses MySpace, Kenny. MySpace. You do. Anyway, so we got Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard, who, you want to know what makes his nipples hard? Don't ask. But anyway, so we had Angelo Parker, and we had we had Daniel Garcia and Jake Hager, and then we got Claudio and Wheeler Yuta. So the Jericho Appreciation Society mocks Wheeler Yuta, but Claudio gets asked about Final Battle with Jericho. And then Hager thinks Claudio would be a great sports entertainer. He throws him his fucking Funkasaurus hat, that purple Grimace hat. Claudio gets it and he's like, oh, fuck this shit, I'm out. He leaves. He's like, I'm sick of this shit. So he leaves. So then Wheeler Yuta goes back and forth with them. So Society issues a tag match, I think on Rampage or next week. Yuta accepts because he's the only person there on Claudio's behalf, but he'll take a pure title shot at Final Battle as well. So that was announced as well. So the Daniel Garcia, Wheeler Yuta 2 coming up in a little bit. So I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we got to AR Fox versus Samoa Joe for the TNT title. Nothing much to see. Really a squash match for Joe. Joe wins with a muscle buster. So I give the match 3 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Wardlow appears on the screen and basically saying, this is my house. And, basically looked like he wants his belt back. But then again, they can go with the Ring of Honor TV title at Final Battle. I mean, Joe is on the promotional poster for it. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. And that's that. Alright, after that, we get a look back at Powerhouse Hobbs in Oakland, California. Walking past some gamblers who are throwing dice. Then he goes into some kind of store. Maybe he's gonna buy a 40. I don't know. Gonna maybe drink some gin and juice with the homies. I don't know. So it's kind of cool to see the backstory of Powerhouse Hobbs. That's kind of cool. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get Taz's breakdown about his son beating Lee Moriarty with the Kata Hajime. Like we needed to see that. Okay. Alright, after that we get to the segment of the night. Regal! Mr. Regal comes out. We see a sheet underneath something, so something's going to be introduced. So he introduces MJF, he comes out, talks about the email that Regal sent him before winning the title and everything, talks about the firm. He says, I could care less about the firm. I'm gonna be the best villain of all time. Blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. He's like, I don't really care about the firm. Then he makes fun of Indiana, the cheap heel heat. Then he reveals, well, he talks about former champions. He said, I'm going to be the best champion of them all. Better than Jeff Jarrett with the Impact title he held like 3 years. Hogan, Bruno Sammartino called him a schmuck. Oh boy. Then he talked about, what else he talked about? Was Hogan? I think Sting. I forget which one, but then he talks about, people like Eddie Kingston, Vicky Starks, Bryan Danielson. They're not on his level and shit like that. Then he praises, jolly old Saint Nick Codman, and then Triple H, and then talks about the bidding war of 2024, that he's going to hold the belt till then. I think he might. But, I mean, who beats him? I don't know. I hope it's Kenny, but, or maybe Adam Cole, baby, but we'll have to see about that. JBL, he mentioned JBL too. So we get that. Then he reveals this belt, which is a Burberry belt. He called it the Triple B belt. The Burberry, the something Burberry belt. Looks fucking hideous. And you thought the fucking, when Daniel Bryan made that hemp belt when he was champion looked bad? This looks worse. Basically, the AEW title and a Burberry leather belt, and the side plates are out. That's it. It's a custom-made belt. Looks like shit. And if you buy it, you are really fucked up in the head. That belt looks like shit. But I digress. So he said the era, the MJF era, it has begun. The Devil era, or something like that. Whatever he mentioned. Then he praised around the belt a little bit. I thought that was the end of the segment. It's like the era has begun. Then he's like, I'm not done yet. Basically, he goes over to Regal and kind of talks to him a little bit. Then he goes behind Regal and sucker punches Regal in the fucking back of the head with the brass knucks. Regal is knocked the fuck out. Then we hear Shivani go, Steve Regal, William. He's like all the commentators are in shock. Like, you didn't see this coming, right? Blah blah. So Regal is out cold. The fans are going nuts, like screaming at the top of the line, what the fuck you doing? And Regal is knocked out. Like, medics come out, and then Bryan Danielson comes out to check on him, and he's not moving at all. Like, he looks like he's dead. He's not dead, but But yeah, then we see the medics come in, and they roll him over, and like he's busted wide open in his mouth. So I think he took a capsule in his mouth, split his mouth open. Because there's no way you get hit in the back of the head, like really violently hit in the back of the head, and fall down to the ground, basically kind of to the ground, and your mouth's busted open. Unless he hit the ground and his mouth hit the canvas really hard, and he busted a tooth open or something like that. But yeah, he knocked him out. They put him on a neck brace and a stretcher. I mean, all the commentators are disgusted with Maxwell. The fans are pissed off. Bryan Danielson's probably pissed off as hell. So they take him out on the stretcher. Then later on, we see him get put in the ambulance with Doc Samson. Bryan Danielson went with him to the hospital. I think another stagehand went with him. But this is all I think it's a whole angle where Regal, his contract, I don't know how much longer he has on his contract, but a lot of people saying he's going back to WWE to work with Triple H again, maybe go back to NXT. We'll hear, War Games! But maybe on the main roster. I would think he'd be on the main roster saying, War Games! War Games! But, yeah, it's probably an angle where he's out, for a long time, and we'll hear he's gone. His contract ended, he's going back to Triple H and company, so. But then again, you never know. We'll see what happens with that. But that segment was crazy. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars, but, Maxwell being Maxwell, Jacob Fart Knocker. But, crazy spot. Alright, I'm going to run through this really quick. So after that, we got Ricky Starks and Ari Daivari Ethan Page and Stokely come out with Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy's like, delete. And then Ethan Page's like, bitch, you work for us, and you're gonna help me win the Dynamite Battle Royal next week. I'm like, hey, you ain't winning it, dude. You are not winning it. But anyway, then Ethan Page says, I'm cashing in on whoever wins. He gets next on whoever wins with MJF and Ricky Starks. Doesn't matter, you're gonna lose anyway. Blah blah blah. So anyway, after that, the match officially starts, and it lasted 22 goddamn seconds. Because Starks hit the spear, then he hit Rochambeau. Bing bang boom, good night. I'm out of here. So really, I gave that match 2 out of 5 stars because I could have gave it a dud, but being generous to Ricky Starks because that's, you know, supposedly Issa's nephew. Supposedly, but you know, she says that, but it's not. But I digress. All right, then we had Tony Schiavone with Jamie Hayter, the AEW Women's Champion, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby, and the lovely Rebel with them. Basically saying that, hey Tony, you should have a sit-down interview with the champ while Renee, you know, plays around with Paige, with Saraya. So she's like, you should sit down with Tony Storm this week on Rampage, while Saraya has another sit-down with Renee on Rampage as well. So, give respect to the champ. Okay. It is what it is. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night. At 10 p.m., the regular time slot for Rampage this week. SmackDown is on FS1. Nobody's going to watch that shit. But yeah, I will be watching the watch-along, so I care less. Anyway, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Okay. Alright, then we got Anna Jay and Will Nightingale. Ty Mello comes out with Anna Jay, her bestie, you know, blah, blah, blah. They go back and forth, but in the end, Widow Nightingale plants Anna J.A.S. with a Doctor Bomb. 1, 2, 3, she gets the win. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then afterwards, we get a beatdown, and then we hear the music go, Ruby, 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 Soho. She's back, goes after Anna Jay and Ty Conti, lays him out. Great to see Ruby back after her broken nose or whatever happened to her. Well, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we gotta look back at the House of Black's return last week. Great return. I can only imagine what they're gonna do with them. Hopefully they do something right. That too. Then we get that. Then we got QT Marshall in the back with Orange Cassidy. And he wants an All-Atlantic title shot, but he wants it in a lumberjack match on Rampage this week. And Orange Cassidy's like, yeah, fine, whatever. You get a shot. Okay. Do we go now so I can smoke my weed? So we got that on Friday night. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we got Jade Cargill, the TBS champion, That Bitch show. With the baddies, Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen, and Layla Gray. I don't know why they didn't fire her instead of Kiera Hogan. Blah, blah, blah. She starts yelling at them, saying, hey, if you're not going to be my baddies, you can step. Then we have like a cheap $8 Carvel cake behind them. So basically, she says, I'm going to be the best champion. Nobody can beat me. She brags about how great she looks. And she looked great. I mean, she basically was naked. Almost. Freaking nice looking top with money on it. And then basically a thong almost. Oh, God. You want to know what makes Daddy Gilmore's dick hard? Oy, oy, oy. So we got that. Then she mentions Bow Wow, saying he's a joke or a rapper. And guess who appears on the screen? That schmuck Bow Wow. He says, well, I'm done with my tour, and I'm going to see you pretty soon. So I'm like, oh, great. I'm going to get a fucking intergender match we don't need to see. This is supposed to be a big deal. Why is Jade fighting a schmuck rapper? Can she be fighting like somebody like Mercedes Martinez, maybe? Or Britt Baker, or somebody that can actually beat her, maybe? This is pathetic. So we got that. Alright, after that, we got a funny segment with the acclaimed Sesame Daddy-ass. So, basically, Billy Gunn's like a drill sergeant. He's like, Why aren't you defending the titles this week? Stuff like that. So basically, they're going to give a tag team title shot to the second best team in AEW. So we're going to hear from them tomorrow night, as well as Swerve and Our Glory. And then, what's next? Scissor me, daddy ass! And that's it. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens tomorrow with the tag team belts. But, yeah, always fun to see the Acclaimed every Wednesday night, because it's all elite, all Acclaimed Wednesday night. Or Acclaimed every Wednesday night. And, don't forget, every Wednesday night we have to scissor. So, not like that, but you know what I mean. But anyway, move on. Alright, your main event of the night, match number 3 in the best of 7, the Bucks and Kenny, the elite, carry on my wayward son! Taking on Death Triangle, Pac, Pentagon, Zero, Miedo, and Rey Mysterio, Rey Fenix. This was an amazing match. At the end, so Death Triangle was up 2 matches to none. So the Bucks and Kenny had to really win this match. Back and forth they went. Lots of flippy dippity doos to make Braun Strowman really pissed off. But in the end, we got the hot tag to Nick. Him and Rey Fenix go at it. Blah, blah, blah. And then Pac comes in, hits a bling buster on Matt. He goes up top, loads up the Black Arrow, but Matt got the knees up to from Pac's messed up face with the freaking mask on. And then Matt rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. The Elite get a much needed win to make this a 2-1 in favor of Death Triangle. So we get that. Great match. 4 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, Kenny's like asking for the mic. He's like, hey, we got 20 seconds left. So Kenny's like, well, I just want to say goodbye and good night. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bang. That's it. Gotta get the mic there quicker to him. But then he did a post-match promo afterwards I was seeing on AEW YouTube page. So go watch that. So, 4 out of 5 stars for that. So, match number 4, I thought was next week, but it's actually in 2 weeks at Winter is Coming in Garland, Texas. So, nothing next week. Maybe a promo or something with the Bucks and Death Triangle leading up to the match. But nothing next week, which sucks. But it is what it is. So, that's all I got to say about that. Alright, I got to finish up right now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Final rating for Dynamite, solid 7.5 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you think down below. And that's pretty much it. NXT review coming up probably later or tomorrow. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm out. Peace!